it's Aisha Beau here, and today I'm going to give you some tips on how to maintain moisture in your natural hair. So I am back, and it's been a few weeks since I've done a video where I just sit down and give you all some tips. Honestly, these are my favorite videos because I feel like we're all on YouTube searching for answers and help and actual tangible tips that we can use for ourselves when we're home styling and maintaining our own hair. Moisture is something that has come up a lot, whether that be in my comments or whenever I polled everyone and asked like what type of content you want to see. I know, especially for women with type 4 hair, moisture is a really important factor in the health and overall appearance of our natural hair. So today what I'm going to do is just go through various tips that you can take away. You know, I love to say take out your notebook, your pen, your paper, your notes section on your phone in case you are in need of any information on how to maintain moisture in your natural hair. Especially now that we're hitting the winter months. It's getting a little cold here, especially on the northeast side where I am, and moisture is a very important topic. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to address moisturizing low porosity hair, high porosity hair, and then some general tips on maintaining moisture overall that we all should be doing. Those of you who watch my channel know that I'm pretty long-winded, so I'm just going to cut right to the chase and jump right into the first tip. Wait, before you get into this video, in the spirit of the holidays, I wanted to share that I am hosting a giveaway. I will be giving away one super curly kit from Diva Curl, and this kit includes a full size of their No Poo Decadence, a full size of their One Condition Decadence, and small sizes of their Coconut Curl Elongator, which is my absolute favorite curling cream for doing a no gel wash and go, as well as their leave-in Decadence. If you want to win this prize, be sure to fill out the form in the description box below. Also, you need to make sure that you watch the entire video because I'm going to be asking 2 questions in the form that are answered specifically in the video. So continue to watch and make sure that you enter. Good luck and happy holidays. So the first tip that I'm going to cover is for those with low porosity hair. So when we talk about porosity in hair, we're talking about the cuticle layer on your hair. And with low porosity hair, your cuticle layer is really tight. So it makes it hard for moisture to seep into the hair follicle. So with that said, the best tip that I can give those with low porosity hair is to use heat when applying any type of moisturizing product. And I'm not talking about a flat iron or a curling iron. I'm talking about steam, using a like warming up your products, warm water, and that helps to open up and expand the cuticles so that you can more easily allow the moisture to penetrate into each hair strand. Whenever I take showers and I know I'm going to be washing my hair, the first thing that I do is get the hair washing process out of the way. I'll go in with a shampoo and then I'll condition my hair, and the conditioner, I usually put that in before I do anything else in the shower. That way the conditioner can really seep into my hair, and as the steam from the shower is going, it helps to open up my hair cuticles so that the conditioner really gets to go in there and do its work while I'm actually taking a shower. Another tip is if you're doing any type of deep condition treatment, making sure that you're using a heated cap. When you do your deep condition treatment, you can either heat it up, heat up the deep condition treatment and then put it onto your hair and then put a cap over your head, or you can put in the deep condition treatment as is and then use something like I think it's called like the Therma cap. I'll put the exact name down below, but you can put it in the microwave and it heats up, and then you put the cap on your head so that it creates a warming sensation in your hair and the product just seeps into the hair follicles. During the week, if you want to refresh your hair, if it's looking and feeling a little bit dry, You can do a steaming treatment on your hair, so you can either do it the old-fashioned way, and you can literally get a big pot, fill it with boiling water, be careful, and have your hair over the pot so that the steam just gets into your hair, and then you can apply some leave-in conditioner to just help rejuvenate it, or you can spray on some leave-in conditioner once you've opened up the hair follicles. I do know that there's some tools that you can use to steam your hair. I'll put a link down below to a few of them that I find online in case you want to go the tool route. That might be a little bit easier and less time consuming, and those you can just go in and steam different sections of your hair. My cat is about to come over here, so don't get scared. I think a common misconception for those with low porosity hair is that you feel like you have to put on more product and that you have to like layer it on super heavy just for it to get in. That's not the case. The thing is, you just want to open up the cuticle layer and then the product will seep in that way. Just applying more and having it layer on top of each other, that's just going to contribute to product buildup, and then that's just going to clog your pores and it's not going to be any good. So I would say use some type of steam, heat when you're putting on certain products, and also let the products sit on your hair for a little bit longer than normal. Like I said, with the leave-in conditioner, or with regular conditioner or a deep conditioner, make sure that you allow it enough time to really seep into your hair and get activated. When it comes to high porosity hair, the issue is not with taking in moisture, it's about retaining moisture. So people with high porosity hair, your hair gets moisturized really easily, but then that moisture is gone just as quickly as that moisture came about. So with high porosity hair, the thing that you have to do is use a sealing oil. So that's coconut oil, avocado oil, jojoba oil, what else do I have in my notes? Castor oil, that's my absolute favorite sealing oil. And those oils help to just lock in that moisture and make sure that you can retain it for a little bit longer. Other things that you can do are protein treatments. A protein treatment at least about once a month, not overdoing it, but about once a month. That helps to strengthen the hair. Apple cider vinegar treatments, that helps to smooth the cuticles and again to really lock in that moisture for those of us with high porosity hair. For going back to low porosity hair, when it comes to protein treatments, that can sometimes be really drying for people with low porosity hair. So I would say for low porosity hair, try sticking more to deep conditioning treatments and regular hair masks as opposed to protein treatments. Those with high porosity hair, then you should revert to a protein treatment. And again, just once a month, don't overdo it. Now, just for some general rules of thumb when it comes to maintaining moisture in your natural hair. It's really, really important that when you are getting products, you see this little tail wagging? When you're getting products, that you look at the ingredients. I know I'm not the type of person who sits and reads ingredients in the hair product aisle for hours, because half the time I don't even know what these ingredients are. But one of the most important things that you can look for is that the first or the second ingredient listed is water. Water is the #1 way to moisturize your hair. I'm telling you, that is the #1 moisturizer. If you need to refresh your hair, spraying a little bit of water on it, then adding some product onto it can do you a world of difference. Our hair is at its most moisturized state whenever water is involved. And any product that has water way down the list or doesn't even include it in the first place is not something that you need to be using for your hair. That is the absolute #1 ingredient that you should be looking for when looking for any product for your natural hair. Pepper. Anyways, so the next thing, I feel like it goes without saying, but I have to say it anyways, avoid heat styling as much as you possibly can. I completely get it. Not everyone is interested in being like, or having your hair in its completely natural state at all times. And it's a lot easier to maintain sometimes when you have your hair straight or heat styled. But if you're someone who is lacking moisture, looking for more moisture, and really just struggling with moisture overall, it's really important that you cut back on the heat styling. So that means flat irons, curling irons. It's okay to sit under a dryer and to use a diffuser or a blow dryer on like low or medium heat every so often, just to speed up the drying process, because nobody's trying to sit with a twist out forever. But when it comes to tools that directly impact your hair strands, like the flat irons and the curling irons and the curling wands, it's important to limit your usage, because those products, what they do is they literally suck the moisture out of your hair. They suck out the natural oils that are in your hair and leave your hair feeling really, really dry. You can of course replenish your hair with adding oil to it after or as you flat iron and style, but it's honestly not going to be the same as just avoiding heat styling altogether. So if you can, try to limit the amount of heat styling that you do, and that will, I'm telling you, that will absolutely make a complete difference in how your hair looks and how it feels. So this next one, I'm actually doing it right now. Keep your hands out of your hair. This is the pot calling the kettle black, because my hands are in my hair 24/7 sometimes. So what I do, so I blog obviously, and I make YouTube videos and whatnot, but I'm also a freelance writer. And whenever I'm writing stories, my hands are like in my hair. I'm doing this because I'm trying to be creative, and I'm brainstorming, and I'm not really paying attention. And it's gotten to the point where if I have a long story that I'm working on or a tight deadline for a publication, I literally have to put a bonnet on my head so that I'm not touching my hair throughout the process. So, you know, I need to take this advice as well. But one way to help maintain moisture in your hair is to keep your hands out of it. The more that you play with and manipulate your hair, the more likely it is to cause frizz, to dry your hair out. You're literally taking the oils from your hair as you touch your hair over and over, and it's just tangling it up, and it's not good. Trust me, it's not good. Because there have been times where I've had a twist out and it was like a nice beautiful twist out, then the second day I'm at my computer or I'm in the couch and I'm literally just sitting here touching it, twisting it, pulling on it, separating it, and then there's no more moisture. It's a wrap, and I gotta do it all over again. So let us make this pact right now. Leave it in the comment section. If you are someone who has your hands in your hair all the time, just like me, let me know that I'm not alone, and that for 2020, we're gonna make a pact to no longer play with our hair. All right? Okay. The next tip kind of goes hand in hand with what I'm saying about not touching your hair. If you're someone like me who it's really hard for you to not touch your hair, or if, like for me, when I'm like sitting on the couch and watching TV, you know, this is gonna suck all the moisture out of my hair if I'm leaning my head on the couch and stuff. So it's important to use satin bonnets and satin pillowcases. Y'all know, if you watch my channel, that I am the satin pillowcase queen, I guess. I don't know, I'm like obsessed with the satin pillowcase. So the thing about, or silk or satin. So silk and satin, they both contain animal protein, and that protein helps to reduce friction on your hair. So it helps to lessen the amount of frizz, the drying, and it maintains moisture in your hair. So that's why silk and satin are really great fabrics for your hair if you want to maintain moisture. So it's really important to get a good silk and or satin pillowcase, or a good silk or satin bonnet. Sometimes people be trying to sell things saying it's a satin, but it's polyester or like other or other types of fabric. So make sure that you look and see that the fabrication is silk or satin, because that is going to actually help your hair in the long run. It'll make your styles last a lot longer. And also it's good for your skin. A satin pillowcase is really good for your skincare routine because again, it's not sucking the moisture out of your face, and you know, it's just like a lot cleaner. It'll help you avoid getting pimples and breakouts, but that is like a whole other story. So I live and die by my satin pillowcase, and the great thing about the pillowcase is you can take it anywhere. I take it with me on vacation. There was one time we were in Puerto Rico, and the hotel cleaning lady took my satin pillowcase. Child. The funny thing is though, my boyfriend was more stressed out about it than I was. He was like, we need to go to the front desk and talk to them about this, because he knows how important it is. So we eventually got it back. She was actually being really nice, and she brought it to the launder, and so they were going to wash it for me, because I've had my satin pillowcase for a long time. It's always clean, but it looks a little raggedy, so I'm sure she was like, oh, I gotta wash this for her. Anyways, and then when it comes to my bonnet, I'm like constantly wearing my bonnet. If I'm not going out or I'm just at my desk, I usually have my bonnet on in the house sometimes, just so I can keep my hands out of my hair for the most part. The next tip that I'm going to give you goes hand in hand with my last video, and that is to trim regularly. Trimming your hair is super important because it not only gets rid of split ends and breakage, but it helps to maintain your hair's overall moisture. The reason being that when your hair has split ends, the hair splits all the way up, and therefore creating damage. And damaged hair is dried out hair, drying your hair out. So if we trim regularly, that'll help. That's like a surefire way to help maintaining the moisture in your overall hair. And it just helps with your overall hair health, and you know, it doesn't make your hair grow, but it can help to promote hair growth because it takes away the damage. The next tip that I want to mention is that it's super important to refresh your hair every day with some oil. It's super important to refresh your hair every day with some oil, because a lot of times we think, okay, I did a twist out on Monday, I did a deep condition, you know, I added some leave-in conditioner, did a twist out on Monday, took my twist out on Tuesday, and now I don't have to put oil in my hair again until the next time I wash my hair. No, that is absolutely not the case. It's important to refresh your hair every single day, especially if you're someone with type 4 hair, and especially if you're someone who's struggling with moisture, because overnight, yes, of course, our satin pillowcases and our bonnets are going to help to maintain moisture and make sure that our hair doesn't get sucked dry by our cotton pillowcases, but it's important to still refresh it and add yet another layer of oil to your hair. Now, I'm not talking about going overboard. You are not putting castor oil or coconut oil or jojoba oil in your hair every day. I'm talking about like a simple nourishing oil that you can get that is a blend of various oils. So my favorite nourishing oil is the Innersense Harmonic Healing Oil, and I also like the Jane Carter Solution Curls to Go hair oil. And I've recently been using a hair oil by Naturalicious. I'm going to put all those names down below because I can't remember the exact names of them right now. But those 3 oils are blends, and they're great for refreshing your hair in the morning. It just gives your hair a nice boost. It makes it look shinier and also feel a lot better. And that helps with the longevity of your style, and then overall maintaining moisture in your hair, because again, it's locking it in, it's sealing it, and it's not weighing it down. Again, don't use super heavy oils every single day. Those particular oils are once a week, but the nourishing oils, you have to use them every single day. I think it's really, really, really important in just keeping your hair lustrous, shiny, beautiful, and soft. And my last tip, I kind of touched on this when I was talking about hair porosity, but it's super important and I'm a culprit. Sometimes I do not adhere to this rule, but let's make another pact for 2020. We are going to deep condition our hair once a week. Yes, we are going to make sure that we do it, okay, every 1 to 2 weeks. Every 1 to 2 weeks, we're going to deep condition our hair. You might forget, you might be a little lazy, so 1 to 2 weeks, we're going to deep condition our hair. The reason is that deep conditioning treatments, they seep into the hair shaft a lot easier and a lot more than a regular leave-in or a regular conditioning treatment. And that just helps to kind of lock everything in, restore your hair after a long week. It helps your hair from the elements. You know, especially now with all the snow and the rain, or in the summer with the humidity, your hair goes through a lot on a day-to-day basis. And doing a nice deep condition every 1 to 2 weeks can really help to restore it and rejuvenate it. So there you have it. Those are my tips on maintaining moisture in your natural hair. I think that this is such an important topic, and I feel like moisturized natural hair is so much better. I think a lot of times we focus on length and how big or voluminous or thick our hair is, but you know, a lot of times those things can't be controlled because it's based on, you know, your hereditary, your DNA and whatnot. But one thing that you can control is the amount of moisture that you have in your hair. And to me, a full, moisturized, shiny, soft head of hair is way better than, you know, super long, stringy, dead hair just to have some length or just to have big, huge volume. I think keeping your hair moisturized is important, and it's the first step to getting to that next level or that goal that you have for yourself and your natural hair. I really love these videos where I'm just sitting down and giving you guys information, because I feel like a lot of times, you know, YouTubers, we come on here and we just show you how to do different styles, we show off how things look on our own hair, and you know, I think it's nice that a lot of people want to replicate and do these styles, but I think what's most important is the information that we can share and the tips that we can share that you can take home to just preserve and help your hair health overall. That's why I do this. I do this because I am here to help other people who, like me, were or are continuing to learn throughout this natural hair journey. If I just wanted to come and show off some cute styles, I wouldn't even have a YouTube channel. I would just post on Instagram all the time. I would literally just post different hairstyles on Instagram. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it had some really valuable advice and that you can take it away and work it into your specific hair routine. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and let me know if you have any other video ideas in mind or any things that you're looking forward to me posting about in 2020. As always, thank you so much. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you like this video, hit that subscribe button and that bell icon if you want to know when my next video goes live. Until next time.